Hello, writers. Come write with me. My name is Mykela Greenwood. I create worlds for mind adventures. Welcome to my channel, Write with Mykela. I'm very glad to have you here on my channel. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the bell so you can go on this journey with me. Yesterday was my mom's birthday, so shout out to her, wishing her a happy belated birthday. Happy birthday, Mom! Today we are going to discuss a few terms or ideas, and then we will add to your cave stories. Our first term today is notorious. Notorious is notorious, an adjective, or as an adjective, means famous or well-known, typically for some bad quality or deed. Typically for some bad quality or deed. Some synonyms are infamous or ill repute, ill-famed, scandalous, well-known, famous, celebrated, renowned, fabled, prominent. Some antonyms are unknown, anonymous, and faceless. And typically for some bad quality. Sounds like our antagonist and will be our main focus, but it doesn't have to be a bad quality. We as writers can have bad antagonists that rule with complete tyranny, but are they well known for this bad quality? That's what we have to decide. Is this just a local matter? Is it well known? If it's well known, then can our characters on the protagonist side get aid or backup from other towns and villages to help their cause? Is the antagonist notorious because he or she is taking over surrounding areas? As writers, we can make our antagonist as bad and vile as we want. We can make him or her very tyrannical. Then we have to decide how famous he or she is. Darth Vader was notorious throughout the galaxy or galaxies where the Empire ruled. Now, there are several examples of vile people who weren't notorious in their lifetime, or they didn't have notoriety. Shiro Ishii, who conducted horrific, top-secret medical experiments on thousands of living human subjects, wasn't known about until later. King Leopold II of Belgium, who was responsible for the deaths of an estimated 10 million Congolese through a brutal system of forced labor for personal profit. Or Elizabeth Bathory, who tortured and murdered hundreds of young girls, allegedly bathing in their blood to retain her youth. Or Jimmy Savile, who used his celebrity status and charitable work to abuse hundreds of people, mostly children. Now, in those examples that I gave, the public mostly didn't know about these crimes against humanity until after their death. Then things were revealed. And side note, I may or may not have pronounced their names correctly or incorrectly. I may have pronounced them incorrectly. I may have pronounced them right. I have no clue how to pronounce those names. But you get the picture. So if society had known about that, maybe they could have stepped in and stopped some of it. But these people did this under the radar. There's a idiom alert for you. So, are you notorious? Are you well known? are you flying under the radar? Or your antagonist, what is he or she doing? Is he notorious, well-known, famous, or is he flying under the radar? Idiom alert. As writers, we have to decide how far the reach or notoriety of our antagonist is. Is this one vile king on an island? Is this a pirate that sails to multiple places to do his or her damage? What is the scope of your story? The setting, the scope and the setting. As I mentioned earlier, there might be benefits to the protagonist side against a more notorious character because other areas might aid, even if it's just simply supplies and not fighters. We can't help you fight, but here's some supplies so that you can take care of this and it doesn't come our way. We live in an age of a lot of social media, and we know about things happening in other corners of the world. But what about our setting? Do the characters in our setting have access to information beyond their town or village? Notorious today may not equate to notorious centuries ago or centuries ahead, like in Star Wars. In Star Wars, the notoriety was across galaxies. Napoleon's notoriety spread across Europe, Africa, and the Americas. Now, some names that have less notoriety are Dr. Charles Drew, Rosalind Franklin, Bayard Rustin, Hallo Curtis, and Dr. David Ho. And not because they did bad things. Some of these did valuable research. Like I said, I focused on the typically bad, but it doesn't have to be bad or vile. It can simply be famous or well-known. Now, if we focus on notorious because of good, then our protagonist might have a lot of people requesting aid from our hero. Come help me, come help me. In that case, we, as writers, would have to evaluate how much time and attention our hero could pay to other causes, not concerning his people. And if he doesn't help some of the others, will his followers like him less or think less of him? There are consequences and reactions to most everything in life. Some things we see like ripples in a lake. And one ripple affects the next ripple. So one person affects the next and so on. Leave a comment on a notorious character in a show, book, or movie and tell whether they're notorious because they're vile or because they're good. Excuse me. Our next term is vigilante. Vigilante is a noun and means a member of a self-appointed group of citizens who undertake law enforcement in their community without legal authority, typically because the legal agencies are thought to be inadequate. In other words, a vigilante is a person who claims to enforce the law and order by their own initiative, but lacks legal authority to do so. Vigilantes operate by using actual or threatened force and are distinguished from people who simply watch out for criminal behavior and report it to the police. So, you have your little local crime watchers. Those aren't your vigilantes. When they call the cops, 911 call, there's a person entering a window across the street. That's not a vigilante because they're calling the law to help. Vigilante would be like, okay, I see somebody climbing in my neighbor's window and my neighbor is an old lady and she can't get around very well, so I'm just going to go blow this person up. So, not knowing if it's the grandson or something like that that's lost his key. So, Batman is a well-known vigilante. He doesn't wait on the law in Gotham to handle things. Now, vigilante justice in a civilized society isn't considered equal and fair justice. Remember, part of the definition was a person's own initiative. So this is an individual's perspective of justice and not what social laws say are justice. Vigilantes don't necessarily look for equal and fair treatment. Okay, in real life, this could be like a father that kills his daughter's rapist because the courts move too slowly. And the courts, maybe the courts don't have enough information to make an arrest. They have some information, but they don't have enough to make an arrest and prosecute. So the father is like, you raped my baby, you're paying for it. And so that would be, this vigilante father is only looking for justice for his daughter. So it's not everybody's daughter that's been raped, it's just his daughter. Of course, in our societies today, the father would be arrested because this is not the Wild West. However, in Batman, even though he is a vigilante, he is also considered the hero. As writers, we have to decide if our hero follows the law or if he or she is a vigilante type. Leave a comment on a show, book, or movie that has a vigilante as the hero. Excuse me. That brings us to your cave stories. First, remember that all works shared on the channel are copyright protected, so there is no worry. Share your works by sending in your writings to writewithmykela@gmail.com. I look forward to reading your stories and your writing prompts on the channel. We are on part 31 of your cave story. We started working on this story in season 1, episode 25, and I listed the rest of the episodes in the description below. When we started, we wrote about a peaceful cave. You know, the nice dripping sounds that you heard, and the team was going that's what I wrote. The assignment was to write about a peaceful cave and stuff like that. We set the mood. That was our goal for the writing prompt, was to set the mood. Then, in contrast, the same episode, we wrote about a scary cave to compare the mood between the two. Now, I also listed the plot that we pulled out after 2 or 3 writings on this, and I listed it in the description below. And if you are starting today, that is perfectly fine. Send it in for us to read on the channel. To continue your writing on this, ask a question and write a scene to answer it. Reread what you have written or what you wrote last time. Stop and define your characters to yourself so that you know their histories and what makes him or her tick. Ask yourself, what's the struggle? What's the outcome I'm heading toward? Have I made things too easy on my protagonist? Remember, the most important thing is to have fun with your writing. If you don't like your story, then edit it. Take out what you don't like and enhance the parts you do like. See if you can create an intriguing protagonist with an active goal or problem and some high stakes. And a ticking clock. Tick, 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 tick. You need those things to create a good story, along with interrelated events building to a climax. Pause the video. Add to your cave story or your story that started with a cave, and come back and I'll read what I added. Welcome back, writers. Now I will read what I wrote. Zelira surfaced near the small patch of land with Jose and Missant. They helped her out of the water. Zalira took off the mask and breathed a sigh of relief. I think I got to an inner laboratory or something, but I panicked, and I didn't try to link back. I don't think we will be able to get in and navigate the fortress to set up the C4. Do we even know how many people Maldrake has? Do we know how many scientists? Do we know if a prisoner will shout to the guards? Missant shook her head. We know none of that. Jose sighed. I think we just leave and not fight. If we can talk to townspeople, and they will come. We can link them away with us, but I don't know. Maybe we can't link away from Maldrake's fortress at all, even without doing the C4. No, replied Zalira. I think Grant thought something to me. Missant perked up. Yes. Isn't that how he ended up with Joe and Donnie? Then we need his story, stated Jose. Let's link back. They linked back, but ended up in the cave. I don't know why we come here so often, stated Zalira. Maybe there's something here we need, suggested Missant. Maybe, replied Zalira, but it wouldn't be an octopus thing or a boar thing. They walked back to the camp. Near dusk, they arrived at camp, and several from camp jumped out at them before they realized who they were. What's going on? Asked Zalira, as she realized there weren't that many people in camp. Cleric, a person from the underground who went in on the same mission as when Zalira turned off the cameras and the robot, told them what the group that went for Brambert saw and the things they discussed, including Brambert turning them in. No one knew why he would do that, but there were a lot of different speculations, like from battle fatigue to Brambert's jealousy. Zalira put her hand to her chest. I certainly don't want to be the reason Brambert went to Maldrake. Don't worry, said Cleric. No one blames you. The blame goes squarely on Brambert. Then Cleric told them all the discussion concerning what they thought Maldrake would do with such information. Cleric told them that C4 was set up around the camp and in other places south of the marsh on the way to their camp. He told them that most didn't think that Maldrake would send forces out so far, but they hoped they could get spies close enough to watch Maldrake. Still, they weren't taking any chances, and they were moving to their new location immediately. Missant asked if they would have to move every time someone switched sides or went to Maldrake. Cleric shrugged. What would Brambert gain from going to Maldrake? Asked Zalira. Well, his group did leave him, started Jose. No, replied Cleric. They saw Brambert among the townspeople. He willingly went up to some scientists. Still, stated Missant, what if he were mad that they left him? Cleric shook his head. With the creatures we've seen, mad wouldn't cover it. That's true, replied Jose. Fear, yes. Mad, no. Cleric brought them into camp and showed them where the C4 was set up. Then everybody left the camp, linked away to their new place. Once they arrived to the new place, Dr. Lyson showed them around, and then Commander Nyson updated them on their new strategy. Zalira told her experience and how she didn't even think to try to link away. Commander Nyson assured her that was okay, and they didn't think setting up C4 inside the fortress was a good idea. He told her some of what they knew of Maldrake's patrols from the leaders of the bunkers, and they were going to try to set up C4 outside and around the fortress, and hopefully not where ordinary people would get blown up. The next thing was learn where they could get more C4. So Zalira said she would slip in the fortress like she did before she fell in the hole, and she would know that the robot would only be off for a certain amount of time. Commander Nyson didn't like that plan, especially because he didn't know how much Bramber told Maldrake. What he wanted Zalira to do was to meditate to see if she could get any answers through the universe. Zalira sighed. Dr. Lyson walked up. Zalira, you know I help people, right? Yes, replied Zalira, confused. Well, there have been times that I had to re-break bones to set the bone right. Otherwise, the bones would have grown back together in ways that would have been disabling, reasoned Dr. Lyson. What I'm trying to tell you is if I focus on the harm of re-breaking, I would have never mended. I think you're focused on the wrong thing. We have to protect what people we have left. Zalira nodded and left to her new place in the new camp so she could meditate. Guillory and Missant sat near her and also meditated. Soon Janie, Allie, Donata, and several children also sat near and started meditating. Jose said to Commander Thurnall that he needed to practice meditating, so he too joined the ever-growing group. Some didn't know they were meditating to find more sources of C4, but many would get other answers as well. Okay, writers, that is what I'm adding today. That is around 900 words. The total count for the story is a little over 40,000 words, which is a third to a half of what I need for this genre. For this genre, I need 80 to 120,000. So I'm, like I said, a third to half. If I go to 80, then that'll be done. If I go to 120, then it's a third. Leave a comment on if you expected the dolphin to flip Zalira up on the land. I thought about it, but with the scuba equipment on, I decided not to do that to Zalira. Leave a comment on their new plan of planting C4 around where Maldrake patrols. Is that a good idea? Or do you think there is too much potential for innocent people to get hurt? Leave a comment on what you would have happened next if you were writing this story. You were writing my version of this story. Writing is so much fun. In one way, you can think of linking that they do in the story. If you can think of linking like Star Trek, where they beam people up to the ship or down to a planet. Or you can think of it like going through wormholes they created in Stargate. Of course, in both cases, I believe they dematerialized on one side and materialized on the other. Where I have described this as converting mass to energy and then back to mass, an Einstein philosophy. Like I said, writing is fun because you can take anything and mold it to your purpose to fit in your story. You are the creator. You get to play with all the ideas. In this channel, I hope to help you gain more and more ideas to play with. Your comments will help me gain ideas and help me to give an idea back to you and you give an idea to me so we keep going and keep gaining. So just keep writing, keep commenting, and don't forget to send what you just wrote for me to read on the channel at writewithmykela@gmail.com. I would love to know what you found in your caves. And who knows what you found in your caves? I could come up with a whole bunch of things, but your imagination is not mine. So I'm not going to imagine things like you are. But what you wrote is going to be just as good as what I wrote. It's going to be just as entertaining. And I would love to read it. I want to know what you found in your caves. Join me Friday for chapter 28. of Princess of Norwin and Staggergard. Join me Tuesday for some jargon and part 24 of A Down Soldier. Visit my website by Mykela.com, read some character bios, send your unpolished writings and chapters to writewithmykela@gmail.com and leave comments on your favorite characters. I'm still accepting chapters from any of the shared plots. And I am working on seeing if I can get an artist to do cover art for Tahia so that I can publish that through Kindle Direct Publishing. So stay tuned for that and see if I get the cover art. That will be exciting. So if you hit the like and subscribe and the bell, then we will continue to write together and other people will have a higher chance of finding this video and this channel since your likes push the video out to a greater audience. Thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate your participation. If you know someone who would like this video, then please share it with them. This is Mykela with Write with Mykela. Bye for now.